What's up everybody, welcome back to the Art of Crypto, the birthplace of absolutely legendary gains. In this video we are going to take a look at Chainlink because a lot of you have been asking me for a Chainlink video, and if you didn't know already, this move down here, right, this massive move down was actually caused by institutional manipulation. And the reason I know this is because I predicted this perfectly. If you were following me on my Twitter at _the Art of Crypto, you would have known that, a few days back, right, I applied an institutional trading concept and I called Link at $15, and look exactly where the price came down to, right, $15. If you're interested, by the way, in getting more of these sniper calls, I want you to check out the link in the description and check out the private Discord group, because over here we are literally sniping entries left and right. So that was more of a proof that, I know a little bit about what I'm talking about and that I'm not just pulling things out of my A. So now that you guys know that I am fairly credible, let's dive right into it. So Chainlink, let's take a look at the weekly chart, because it is impossible for us to go down to a lower time frame and discuss the micro possibilities without first understanding what is happening on the macro scale. In fact, I could even go on to the monthly chart to get a clearer picture. So let me kick things off by marking down a few levels that are going to be very important for Chainlink in the upcoming days to weeks possibly. So right now I am simply marking out the monthly highs and the monthly lows. So if you can see, this orange line is a monthly low, and this blue line right here, this is a monthly high, right? These are major levels for Chainlink because these are all happening on the monthly level. And now if we go onto the weekly level, you can see that it's pretty, like, these are some pretty major levels that price tended to react off of. And over here, the price that we're at currently is a weekly high from before. So now that we understand some major support and resistances, and this is how you determine support and resistance, by the way, you go onto the higher time frame and mark down these levels, because these are going to be levels that's going to be like that price is going to react off of oftentimes. So notice how over here you have resistance on the weekly chart, by the way, and look over here, right, it came down to find support at this level, it's a major level. So now that we have understood this, let me get into Chainlink and something that potentially is something that I'm not exactly confident in. So if you just go back to the weekly chart, actually, you can see that we have two very recent weekly lows at the $20 level as well as the $19 level. So these are the most recent weekly lows, and right now the fact that we broke through multiple levels all the way down to $15, and during this bounce upwards, right, during this recovery, we did not break either of these weekly lows at $19 as well as $21. $20. The fact that we did not break through both of these levels in this one single move leaves me a little bit concerned. Here's why. If you are following me on my Twitter, I said that Bitcoin is in full-on reversal mode, because if we just go on to the weekly chart, you can see that this was a weekly low and this was another weekly low. And even though Bitcoin dipped way below most of these support resistance levels, key support resistance levels, we in that one single move, right, in this one recovery, we have broke through pretty much 1, 2, 3 weekly lows, which signifies that Bitcoin is now in full-on reversal mode, right? I don't know what other crypto YouTubers will tell you, but based on right now, I'm applying an institutional trading concept right now. So I don't know what the other crypto YouTubers are going to be saying, but for me, at least for me, Bitcoin is in full-on reversal mode. And if you just go back on my Twitter, you will know that I called this dump, by the way. I called it to the exact dollar. Us in the private group, we went short at exactly 35,700. And if you were in that short, if you were in the private Discord group, you would have made about 400%. Right? We were all on 20x. So if you're interested in that, check out the link in the description. I'm going to plug it later on. So back to Chainlink, and because Bitcoin is already in full-on reversal mode, and I gave you the parameters that I'm looking out for to consider that a full-on reversal. At the moment, you can see that we have not really broke through the two most recent weekly highs, weekly lows. So in this case, is there anything to be concerned about? like in terms of Chainlink? I mean, yes and no. So here's the thing. Everything tends to follow Bitcoin, right? It's the mama bear. So considering that Bitcoin is now in full-on reversal mode, and Bitcoin dominance is close, like it's coming close to a major resistance level at 50. And by the way, if you are paying attention to Bitcoin dominance, I want you to pay attention to this 50% level, because this is going to be very, very major resistance, and I do expect Bitcoin dominance to get rejected here and kick off altcoin season. So because Bitcoin dominance is still rising up, and if you didn't know what Bitcoin dominance is, it's basically just a measure of how many percentage does Bitcoin's market cap hold in among the total crypto market cap. So basically what it's saying is that among all the thousands of crypto combined, Bitcoin itself is holding about 47% of the market cap right now, which means when BTC dominance is rising up, altcoins are not going to move very well. So in this case, expect altcoins to really lag behind Bitcoin. Whenever Bitcoin is pumping and Bitcoin dominance is pumping, altcoins really have to take a back seat to the action. So if you're expecting altcoins to just go back to alt season kind of moves, where you literally go from $15 up to $35 in the same day, then don't expect that for now. But it will be good if we can at least understand the general direction that the market is heading. So even though we are not exactly bullish on the higher timeframes yet, and by higher I mean daily, weekly, we can see, right, if we move on to the 4-hourly chart, you can see that we are bullish actually, because if you just take a look here, right, back here, notice how this candle, right, it was taller than both the previous candles next to it. So this is what you call a swing high. So similarly, this candle right here, where it is lower than the two candles next to it, this is what you call a swing low. So notice how during this recovery, we went to form a, this was a lower high at the moment, right? Because this high is lower than this high. But here's the thing, we actually broke above, right, this previous high to form a higher high, right? So this is sign number 1 that we are in a reversal, and the sign number 2 was when we formed this swing low right here. So basically at the moment, we are having a higher high, higher low formation right now, and at the moment we could be forming the next higher low. So this is just a sign that on the short term itself, it is reversing already. And now I'm just going to bring up the VPVR indicator, and just to explain to you something like a fundamental concept of institutional trading, and that is institutions will always seek out the areas of the highest liquidity, right? Back then I was able to predict this Bitcoin crash because there was just a lot of liquidity below, right down below, and there wasn't much liquidity up top. So basically everyone was going long during basically over the last week. You didn't have a lot of short sellers. I mean, you had some, but the amount of longs, I believe, the ratio from longs to short was about 30-1 or something, which is ridiculous. Which means, imagine if you went long on Chainlink, let's say you went long on Chainlink, anywhere between this range right here, where would be an area where you would realistically set your stop loss? I believe you would have set it right below this level. Am I correct? Because it's support, we got a double bottom here, it historically has been support, so you would have set your stop loss right there. So in this case, imagine what the institutions would think, right? This is an area of very high liquidity because there's a lot of orders placed there, right? There's a lot of sell stops placed there. And by sell stops, I just mean, if the price gets below here, you sell, right? That's what a sell stop means. So basically what they're going to do is they're going to hunt out the liquidity, right? They're going to purposely stop you out. So right below here, you have another zone of liquidity, although not really. If you just take a look at a VPVR, it doesn't have much volume over here. But notice how right below this level, right below this level, right, or rather right above this level, you have a lot of liquidity. And what does the market like to do? It likes to hunt out the liquidity because a lot of people place orders here. The market, the institutions, would just dump the price right below there to stop everyone out before moving higher. So that is what I mean by the market seeks out liquidity. And at the moment, you can see that our next areas of high liquidity is around, these two levels right here at $14 and $12. And this is a very important area to keep in mind actually. In fact, if the price actually gets there, I'm going to be looking to buy Chainlink. So if you let's remove this $14 level, I want to bring your eyes to this candle right here. Now this like if you just take a look here, basically, would you agree that this massive move upwards for Chainlink was preceded by this bearish candle, right? This is the last bearish candle that preceded this massive move up. So this, right, this bear candle is what you would call an order block, which means this is an institutional area of interest. And so usually what you will find is that when it comes to order blocks, institutions really love to push the price down to order blocks. So at the moment we have an order block at in between 13.25 and 12.13. And if you just take a look at the chart, right, look at the volume, right, look at the volume. There is a lot of orders here. There's a lot of liquidity here for Chainlink, right? If the price were to dump down here, expect a massive, like just a massive explosion upwards. So if you do, like if you're able to get Chainlink at both of these levels, and by the way, I'm giving you the exact levels right now. If you can't even take the time to mark these down on your own chart, there is nothing more that I can do to help you. So if you can pick up Chainlink at this level, it's going to be brilliant, because what you're probably likely to see is price is going to come down here, you know, consolidate just a little bit, right? Just a little bit. Like it won't even take a few hours. It'll probably take an hour and then it's going to shoot upwards. So that is the power of, you know, trading with the institutions, because they are holding much of the money, like period. Like us retail, like we might be trading with tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands, and that is nothing. Like that is just a drop in the water. That is just a drop in the ocean. So follow the institutions, guys. Don't follow retail. Don't be like, oh, hey, you know, support here, you know, resistance here. It's gonna come up here and get rejected and go lower. The key, guys, follow the smart money, right? I guarantee you this is a level that smart money is going to be looking at, and probably, you know, am I saying that Chainlink is going to like dump down there? No, I'm not saying that, right? It's too early to tell. I'm going to need at least a couple, maybe 3 weeks before like this actually hits, right? If it even hits in the first place. I'm just saying that this is going to be an area of a very high volume and interest that we're going to want to pay attention to. So for sure, mark down these two levels and, you know, try to pick up some Chainlink at both of these levels. But again, right, it's too early to tell. We are at least weeks away worth of price action to truly say that, you know, this area is going to be huge. So other than, you know, this area of, you know, really high volume, in fact, if you just take a look here at 10.8, this is another point of control as well. So, you know, just in between these three ranges, it's going to be a very good price to pick up Chainlink at, because again, this is a weekly order block, right? You know, usually we see order blocks on like the 4 hourly and the 1 hourly, and we're like, oh hey, that's exciting. But if you see an order block on the weekly chart, that's going to be huge. So pay attention to that level. So coming back to the daily chart, again, I just want to bring your attention to, you know, above, right? Because even though the areas of the highest volume is down here, you can see that we have a good amount of volume up here as well. This is basically just people who are looking to go short, right? They probably place an order at, you know, the amount of thought, okay, over here, it's previous support, and, you know, when support breaks through, it becomes resistance, and that is true to some extent. So people are going to short here, and guess who is going to be shorting here? That's right, retail. So institutions know this, okay? I don't know about you, but if you have like any indicator right now, I don't know if Market Cipher counts, but if you have any indicator right now, you would have known that, you know, the MACD is probably flashing bullish, you know, the RSI is probably flashing bullish, maybe you got some bullish divergence or whatever. The institutions know this, right? Because 99% of retail are using indicators, and so they know what you're looking for. Right now, it's flashing bullish. Right now, you start picking up on this bullish price action. Perhaps some indicators might not even know that Bitcoin is in full-on reversal mode yet, and yet, if you were in the private Discord group, you would have got into, like, guys, we have been playing this entire dip like to absolute perfection. All right, if you just take a look at this post right here, I said Bitcoin limit long 32,800. It comes down to 32,800, spot on, and then bounces. Right, it's not a very big bounce, but I called this, right? 32,300. Look at this, 32,300 bounce. If you want these kinds of like sniper, like literally sniper entries, and you want someone that, you know, is actually making the right calls during, you know, tough market conditions, you're going to want to check out the private Discord group. At the moment, it is almost full. Like, this Discord group is getting way too lively, and I intend to close this Discord group after we reach about 200 members, because I want to be able to give everyone the focused attention that they need, and I cannot do that if there are too many people in the Discord group. And if you sign up right now, you can actually get up to 40% off. I want you to head to the link in the description, come to this website, and check it out, read through this, And, spots unlimited, I believe pretty much none of these people have lost any money throughout the last few dips during the last dip. And, if you just want somebody to guide you through these kinds of market conditions, you're going to want to consider checking out the private Discord group. We are calling profitable trading setups every single day. And I guarantee you, I mean, not really guarantee, but, I'm just saying that a lot of people in this private Discord group have already paid off their membership in just like a couple of trades. Like, look at this guy. Like, look at the amount of gains in this private Discord group right now. So it's going to pay itself off real quick. Trust me. So back to Chainlink, right? After rambling on for so long, what exactly are we looking for? For now, right? At least in the lower time frame, such as the 4 hourly, right? The 4 hourly is a lower time frame for me. At least in the 4 hourly time frame, I am leaning towards Chainlink being bullish. However, because Bitcoin dominance is not yet at resistance, I cannot for certain say that, Chainlink's going to the moon and that we are absolutely going to sweep through all the liquidity here. Like, I cannot tell for now, right? It's too early to tell. I would need at least a few more days worth of price action to really make an accurate or to make a solid call. So for now, what you want to be looking out for is for Chainlink to at least break through these two levels right here at $19 and $20. So remember, right, in the beginning of the video, I said that these were weekly lows. And if we are able to break through both of these levels, expect Chainlink to stop out all these shorts. Like, if people are going to go short here, trust me, market hunts out liquidity, and we are going to go all the way up to $27, right, from this point. And just remember, if you see shorts, if you see people start shorting like anything, right, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever, the moment you see shorts start to pile up, like before this, remember when I said that the ratio of longs to short was like 40 to 1 or something? Because so many people were going long, the market's going to hunt them down, right? Stop out all the liquidity from, if you buy, then you're going to put a sell stop at, all of these levels. And if you were shorting, then you will put a buy stop, above all of these levels. So if you, seriously, the way that you confirm that this is in a full-on reversal mode is you want to look for shorts to start piling up. The moment you see that, that retail is going to get absolutely wrecked. If they don't watch this video, they are going to get wrecked. They wouldn't know what to look out for. In fact, think about it yourself for one moment. Imagine, just for one instance, right? How many of you actually got wrecked on this Bitcoin? How many of you thought that, hey, 31K is, the bottom of the range, it's strong support. Everyone on crypto Twitter is saying that this level is going to hold as very strong support. And so you go long here and then you get liquidated. How many people of you actually ran into that issue? And I'm just saying, if you simply just apply an institutional trading concept to your trading, right? And, you can get that from this channel. So I hope you actually watched till the end of this video, right to this point. And if you have, I want you to comment down in the comment section the word institution, because you are so much ahead of 99% of other people right now, and congratulations. So notice how if you go back to an old tweet of mine at @theartofcrypto_theartofcrypto, you can see that, again, this played out exactly as to how I called it, right? And I was applying an institutional trading concept over here. So zone of liquidity, right, came up, gets rejected, and look at my target, right? Look at my next POC. Look at my target. The whole time I was already expecting Bitcoin to go below, and we were pretty close, right? I think we came down to 28,700. It's not very, it's just $100 off of my, projection. Boom. So don't be like retail. Try, unless you see patterns, unless on the 4 hourly time frame, right, you see, market structure get broken. So for now, because we have broke above this swing high right here, the market structure has been broken. Now it is in a bullish market condition. Until you see a low, for example, the most recent swing low is going to be right below $17.32. And, if we break below this level right here, that is a break of structure, right? Because you are no longer in a, higher high, higher low formation. Right now, you are, you just formed the first, lower low. So until we get a break of market structure towards the downside, I do not want you to be going short right now, because if you are, you're just going to be playing right into the hands of the institutions. They are going to stop you out. Trust me, right? We are just drops in the ocean. Institutions are the ocean. So for real, keep an eye out for all of these levels that I just marked out, and, just pay attention to these levels. What you want to do is you want to buy pullbacks right now. Because we are in a bullish market structure, you're going to want to buy pullbacks. And the way you do that is, for example, right, we just formed this swing high here because this candle was confirmed. So, for example, you just pull a fib, right, from a swing low, a major swing low, to this swing high right here, and, just mark down these levels. right? The 0.618. The 0.618 is going to be a brilliant level to buy at. Like, if you manage to get Chainlink at, you know, the 0.618, it's going to be a pretty safe trade to take. I'm just saying, just remember not to get stopped out by the whales hunting for liquidity, alright? And, you know, set your stop loss just a little bit wider than this bottom right here, because, you know, whales know what you're thinking, right? People might be thinking, oh, hey, double bottom formation at the 0.618. This is going to be very strong support. They know what you're thinking, and so they stop you out before they move higher, right? It doesn't mean that the market isn't bullish, but just don't get stopped out before the market moves higher, right? Just a few things to think about. So for now, remember, in the short term, right, in the immediate short term, and I'm talking about within the next few days, the market structure of Chainlink is bullish. But, right, we have no way to confirm that until we break market structure on a higher time frame, such as the daily chart. So if I just take off this fib and go back to this previous swing high, right? This candle is taller than the next two candles like next to it until we break structure, okay? Which means until we break above this swing high and then come down to form a, you know, a high low, then Chainlink is not in a bullish environment on the higher time frame yet, right? This is just a lower time frame bullishness, and nothing is confirmed until we break it, right? Until we break market structure on a higher time frame. So for now, right, still consider these three levels to get Chainlink at. I wouldn't really consider like 10.8 per se. I would focus on 13 and 12. So just mark down these levels on your own chart. And again, there's only about 20 spots left in the private Discord group. I do not like it when the Discord group gets overly crowded and, you know, everyone's just pinging me left and right. So I really want to give you guys the attention that you deserve. So if you're interested in signing up for the Discord group, the link is in the description. Right now, if you pay with crypto, you can get up to 40% off. So I'm gonna see you in the Discord group. And as usual, may the gains be with you, and peace, my friend.